Hi, my name's Carson. I did the genocide in Bosnia. So the ethnic groups that were being persecuted. So it started in April 1992. Serbia set out to ethnically cleanse, or that's what they said. They wanted to cleanse the Bosnian territory by systematically removing all of the Bosnian Muslims, or also known as Bosniaks, is what people call them. Um, so Serbia, together with the ethnic Bosnian Serbs, they attacked the Bosniaks with former Yugoslavian military equipment and surrounded a couple of their capital city. Um, Many of these Bosniaks were driven into concentration camps, um, where women and girls were systematically gang raped, and other civilians were tortured, starved, and murdered. And they were just they didn't get fed, which starved, obviously. They were treated horribly, all sorts of stuff. Why were these social groups in conflict? So it all basically started. There was always conflict between the two, but really what set it off was when the provinces of Slovenia and Croatia declared independence from them, and then war quickly followed after they declared independence. So these tensions were brought to the forefront, and people who had lived peacefully for years as neighbors turned against each other and took up arms, basically. And when Bosnia attempted to secede Serbia under Slobodan, um, he invaded with the claim that it was there to free fellow Serbian Orthodox Christians living in Bosnia. Religious nationalism and Islamophobia were what started it all in the beginning, but declaring independence made them actually take action against the Bosniaks. And then describe whether or not you feel it is appropriate to apply the term ethnic cleansing to these genocides. No, it isn't. I mean, they just started killing people. They had no remorse for them whatsoever. It was all based on their race, and basically just because they declared independence from Serbia. It's not really ethnic cleansing at all. It's just systematically killing everyone because they really don't like them. How long did the genocide last? And what were the impacts? So, around an estimated 100,000 people were killed um, during the conflict in Bosnia. It was between 1992 and 1995, and 80% of the 100,000 people, so 80,000 people, were Bosniaks, were the ones that were killed. And they experienced, like I said, gang rape, torture, starvation, and murder. I mean, all throughout this time, just because they didn't like them and didn't like their race and stuff. Other social conflict patterns as they may relate to these cases from Chapter 9. They segregated against the Bosniaks or Bosnian Muslims. They were basically just separating them and putting them into concentration camps based on religion and their race. Any way that they didn't like them, they separated them. And the Bosnian Serbs were among the ones that were segregating them into these concentration camps, and and were killing them because of who they were. How have these events influenced migration of people from these nationalities or ethnic groups? How many people have fled their homeland? So the number of Bosnian refugees in Croatia was surpassed only by the number of internally displaced persons within Bosnia itself, which was at a population of 588,000. And then Serbia took in 252,000 refugees from Bosnia, which they just chose that side instead of getting killed. And then some other Yugoslav republics received a total of just under 150,000 people. And then in Bosnia, Muslims represented the largest single population group by 1971. So more Serbs, which are Serbians and Croatians, immigrated over the next two decades. And in the 1991 census, Bosnia's population of some 4 million was 44% Bosniak, 31% Serbian, and 17% Croatian. So a lot of the um, Serbians and Croatians had left and gone to different countries. And then during the war, there wasn't much population because there or population migration because they were being trapped. They couldn't leave, put into concentration camps. The countries after became separated with a joint government and have been in peace ever since this conflict, or maybe not peace, but no ongoing war. What global safety net organizations, other nation militaries, or humanitarian groups aided? The central focus of the international response to the conflict in Bosnia was providing humanitarian aid, which was led by the UN High Commissioner for Refugees. They provided the Bosnian Muslims with just food and stuff because they were being tortured. They got them out of concentration camps. And then what I found the most significant, Serbia just sought to ethnically cleanse the Bosniaks, and they thought it would be ethical, which obviously was not. It was completely unethical, and I don't understand why more countries did not step in, or leaders, in fact, just to help them get out of this situation at least. And then I found that Malaysia was the only country to step in and help the Bosnian Muslims against the Bosnian Serbians.